Hello everybody, it's time for the November 2023 garden update. Everything's still here. Growing season is coming to an end for a few months. Looks like some of this stuff has been cut back a little bit. Some of the herbs are dying back a little bit. Some of them are still thriving. This is just the same here. Here's all this hollyhocks and mosquito plants. They're still growing. Not looking as good as they once did, but they're still all here. The hanging baskets are back here for a reason you'll see in a little bit. And there'll be plenty of videos on all that's going on. I've had some early frost, so I've got my frost cloths on call. So that's why it's a little unkempt back here. But come the first killing freeze, I'll fold all those back up and put them away. This little bed here by the lean-to, just doing its thing. Probably be pulling the solar lights out for the winter. Give them a little bit of a break. Get them out of the elements. They have faded quite a bit, but they're still all working. The ground cover is still doing its thing. Had needed the AC in about a month, so that's a good thing. This bleeding heart here is still doing quite well. Still blooming and doing its thing. Now this flower bed, on the other hand, that's about done. Those coleus plants have gotten bitten by frost, but the begonias are still getting with it. Look like the coleus are trying to rebound a little bit, but they're going to be taken out again here in a few days. Everything's still growing in this flower bed on the south side of the property. Some of this type of stuff is coming back out. That greenery kind of looks like spinach, but it's not. One marigold plant survived, one did not. And then all this stuff here is doing great. All this native type stuff. And this non-native milkweed is doing okay. May have some stuff trying to rebound there a little bit. And the firebush is about finished for the year. It's gotten bitten by frost a little bit, trying to rebound in some areas. Here's this section of garden. Kind of fizzling out. Got some tomatoes still growing. Look at all those tomatoes. See if we can get a few more in before the freeze. Of course, the okra's finished up during the cool weather. It's not going to do anything else. However, the broccoli is thriving quite well. And I just picked a big head that we're going to eat later on. Not seeing any more, just that one made the head. And then look at the tomatoes from here. Got some real nice bell peppers here. I'm nursing along, hopefully get a few more days of growth out of those. And these tomato plants have been here since spring. They got a few tomatoes on them yet. Looks like those may have frozen. And I can't believe it, there was actually a cucumber. How about that? Didn't even know that was growing. The Brussels sprouts, we'll see what they'll do. Haven't had much success with those, but who knows? Maybe this is the year. These lettuce plants are coming along. This tomato plant's just still here. Here was that giant sunflower. And then 4 o'clocks have seeded out. All those black seeds there, they'll be ready to go for next year. Marigolds are still growing strong. Tomatoes still growing well. And surprisingly enough, this plant is still growing. I can't believe that. Hadn't tried to dig any sweet potatoes yet. I'll see if I come up with anything there. Hopefully so. Still sure tastes good. Looks like I missed some tomatoes and something pecked on them. But I will not make that mistake again. And the garlic has grown quite a bit since I last was out here. I've got some more to plant. So I'll just keep adding to the collection there. And these 4 o'clocks are still doing their thing. Not doing too bad. Made a good recovery from the summertime where they almost completely died out. And here's the main part of the garden. Of course, the okra's finished up. Peppers are not far behind, but they're still hanging on. Black-eyed peas are long gone. Need to get those cleaned up. Start getting the garden cleaned up and prepped for next year. And look through here, there's some potato plants growing. So I will dig in there and see if there's anything worth eating. This flower bed on the south side of the property still has some things blooming. Not looking the greatest right now, but that's just the nature of this time of year. And then we've got some C7 bulbs there lining the flower bed down that way. Take note of these periwinkles. They are looking quite lovely. They're still robust and growing quite well. However, the zinnias are fizzled out, and I will just crumble the flower heads and scatter the seeds. And they will be okay. The tropical, still trying to bloom. This is November 25th, and it's still blooming. The yellow flower bed is yellow, so that's good to see. This little bed here, the spider lilies are growing. Their new growth for the bloom of fall of 2024. The flower bed in the front of the house, still going. Not looking as good as it once did, but the weather is changing and not much is growing at this point. These chrysanthemums here are still blooming, but they're past their peak. And the C7 twinkles and mini lights cover the unimus bushes. Definitely more to come on that. And then my ornamental cabbage is still growing, doing its thing. Have 4 of those. Then the hanging baskets have been replaced by the hanging basket Christmas trees. There's that one, and then there's the second one over there. The flower bed by the mailbox is blooming away. Still not looking too bad for this time of year. Not bad at all. The flower bed in the middle of the yard has seen better days, but it's still hanging on somewhat. Really nothing to complain about for this time of year. I've seen it completely died off this time of year, but still hanging on. Not much to report on the north side of the property. It's fading fast. Got to get some of those live oak saplings out. This fire bush is still doing well. Got some figurines down here for the Christmas season. Not doing too bad at all. And let's take a look at the lawn. It's going dormant pretty quickly, as to be expected this time. Here's the front lawn. Definitely starting to go dormant. Not looking quite as dark green as it did. The bur oak is turning yellow, so all those leaves will be dropping, and I will need those to cover up the firebush plants. Here's a look at the lawn down the south side of the property. Not too bad. And here's a look at the back lawn. Nothing to write home about. Leaves are falling and need to start mulching on those and tidy everything up and we'll be all right. So once again, this is November 2023 garden update. Thank you for watching.